Welcome to Graeme Games. My name's Graeme. This is a game. Today we're looking at BenStar's new Revita, a twin-stick roguelike platforming shooter game. The game is out in early access now, so if it sounds like the sort of thing you'd be into, I'll have a link down below. You guys can go check it out for yourselves. I really enjoyed Neon Abyss from last year. Ticking Tower Top, so I'm hoping this game lives up to at least that. Fun statue. Can't interact with anything. I'll just push on through. I'm liking some of the look of like the big giant gears in the background. Floor 1. Oh, having like a clock, or I guess elevator, like an elevator style thing as you're moving up to go kind of in combination with the cogs and all that. It's like a little bit clockwork, but the intended thing, I'm guessing, is supposed to be the levels of an elevator up the tower. I like that. It's just like a nice simple graphic that I think is effective at what it's trying to do. Smooth wall jumping. Oh no, okay. There's a nice little dash move to phase through things. And we can start shooting things, finally. It's what we've been waiting for this whole time. It's been like a minute since I started the game. Oh, we got something waiting for us up here. Something good, maybe? Offer hearts. I can spend some of my life here at the altar. I will offer 2. See what happens. Busted it wide open to get triple shot, which is rare. Shoot 3 bullets at once, but lowers damage and fire rate. So 20% less damage, but you're going to have 3 bullets to go off of. The lower fire rate, though, so your damage per second might be rather dramatically affected, actually, but you have more of a spray, so aim becomes less of a concern. For someone who's getting used to the game, I would consider that a valuable trade-off. Not that I'm guessing it was kind of preset, because this is probably like a little tutorial area still. I have a power mode. When I fill up that bar directly under my health, I can then spend that to recover my health. I've seen that in a game before, but I think it works well in something like a roguelike to be able to motivate you to keep pushing forward, and you take down the enemies, you get some hits in, and if you pump out enough damage, then like it's in your hands to heal yourself, and I like that. A key to unlock some things. The control scheme is a little strange to me. I'm not sure how I feel about where the jump and the dash and things are on the keypad right now, the controller. But the game really specifically stated, like, hey, maybe don't mess around with the controls. It's, like, supposed to be fine-tuned for maximum experience as is. It might just take a bit of getting used to. You shouldn't have come, little one. Every time you die and wake up on that metro, there's a little less of you and a little more of me. Distressing, isn't it? I'm pretty chill about it. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit worried. Oh, the way it, like, didn't actually have a name, and that just kind of kept spelling out, was pretty neat. There is something really particular about having blue, white, black, and like spade themes that now, thanks to Deltarune, it's really hard to view that as anything other than kind of like Lancer and Chaos King related, even though these games very clearly, very definitively have nothing to do with each other. I cannot believe I dodged those, and I'm just realizing now that dashing out of it would have been the much smarter option. Oh, there's no dashing up. That's actually good to know. I just realized I should test that, see what my freedoms are there. I'm gonna take you down on this first go here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to. Oh no, he's cheating. He froze me in time there, and I couldn't do anything anymore. No fair, bro. Floor 8, but like literally I'm not supposed to make it further than that. That was a guaranteed fail for a little tutorial. But each time we die, the metro, you pull up on that train, you take the elevator up the tower, and then we have like this trip back through the metro again. I always like seeing how roguelike games specifically choose to explain why things are looping. This one seems quite emotional. Like it's literally the same character. Games like Undermine like to say, well, you're just a new miner. You're starting over, and it's like an entirely new character who's now going on like a very similar adventure. But this one, it's like the same guy reliving some sort of specific hell trying to conquer that. Memoria Station. I just think that's a neat take. Are you watering your cat with the little watering can? Call the Metro. I kind of just want to go up top. I'm guessing those stairs would take me there. Maybe calling the Metro, you can't get on without a ticket. Okay, I was curious if maybe that would be how you skip sections of the game, something like that. If you've unlocked World 2, that would be like a quick access point or something like that. Welcome, child. It has been a long time since I've set eyes on a new traveler, and I fear I'm unexpectedly out of practice. Yes, forgive me. This is Memoria Station, your first stop on your way to the clocktower, and I am the caretaker. As a younger man, I'd have tried to convince you to abandon your journey, but we both know you'd only ignore me. Instead, take this ticket. You can ride the Metro freely with it. It's something I'll always have. I don't have to like earn a ticket every time because that felt like a losing game if I had to infinitely loop. You can pet the cat. 100% always necessary to check on that part of the game. I just really like the look and feel of it outside, even though it doesn't seem like there's anything I can actually do out there. What's that little critter hopping around? I did not expect to be able to jump up on that. To what degree am I actually able to explore around in here? 0, next to 0? Oh, there's totally something up there. But maybe that's like a late... Maybe I need to be able to unlock something to jump high enough to be able to access it, or maybe I need to collect goodies that I then bring to this guy who mans the station, and then he'll unlock new sections for me. Curtains closed off to the side there. Well, time to do a proper non-tutorial run. The Gazing Grove. Does it change? So that's always where I'm going to get off the station until I, like, progress further or unlock more, right? 11 floors remaining. There's 12. The first one doesn't really count, and presumably that last one is more of like a boss room. Oh no. I'm immediately not used to having that many enemies on screen at once. It's just obviously a step above anything that the game had introduced me to thus far. It took me off guard a little bit. Whoa there, slow down. I kind of want to go like camp out in the corner a little bit. It feels a little bit dangerous to do so, like I might get trapped back there. But I feel like there's enough maneuverability between the jump and the dash that I'll be alright. It does start to remind me a little bit more of Scourgebringer. Maybe, Neon Abyss is very over-the-top, crazy colors, high-octane gameplay, which is, I don't know, like a meme of a way almost to describe a game. That sucked. Jumped right on that twice. But the movement mechanics feel a little bit more Scourgebringer, but even that game was so much about chaining together dashes and lots of high-speed movement and things. It's just obviously a very saturated market for this type of game, and so I kind of am always curious like how it stacks up and how it's distinguishing itself. The Shade Cloak, dashing through enemies will damage them. Well, that'll be handy, because I kind of plan to make quite a bit of use of the dashing and everything. The movement mechanics feel smooth. I do like that there's visually like a cape that trails. You can hold down to ground pound rather than just natural falling, so that feels good. I absolutely need to heal at least a little bit because I took some really dumb damage, and then I tributed some of the health that I truly, could not afford to give up. Oh, I was waiting for the room layout was the same as like the last one I had been to, so I was waiting to see if the enemies would be the same, the distribution and types and where they were and all that. I like how you can see kind of their faded husks in the background there once they're defeated. A double key gives 2 keys, a little bit extra there. I'm swimming in keys. I have an abundance of keys. Call me the custodian. Ooh, I have somewhere to use it already. I was just thinking, like, that has not come up. I'm trying to keep my distance there. I kind of spooked myself a little bit. Yeah, I don't have currency other than my health, though, is something I'm really realizing. Well, that's like a mimic, right? I definitely have to, like, fight it. Unlock. Mash the button. All right, I did a mash. Parasite. Enemies might spawn other enemies upon death. So the chest didn't attack me, but it cursed me. Shoot multiple bullets at once. 5? That seems over the top and awesome. Very aggressive and deadly. I dig it. I very much want games like this to incorporate out of control synergies where things just start layering together like mad as quickly as possible. And also the crazy things, based on how things were described and indicated in the tutorial, when I found that one specific item, it let me know that my damage was decreasing in fire rate. This creates 5 bullets seemingly without that at all. What's your deal, bud? Yeah, you stopped to browse my wares. We have relics and trinkets and all sorts of fun thingies. You should buy them all. I don't have any health. Damage by 5%, and your bullets follow your aim direction. Oh, so if I kind of like am swinging around this as I'm shooting, obviously I can't afford either of them. Well, I could afford one or the other, but I'm not going to do that because it would put me in a situation of one hit could, or probably would kill me. And my thinking on that is no thanks. I also didn't think that thing would dash at me. There was the first result of the curse, I think. That seemed like that was a spawned-in enemy. I didn't know that was down there. I feel a little bit stupid. I was going to say, like, robbed. No, that's me. That's my fault. Well, obviously I'm going again. Barely scratched the surface. And we'll go check in with our buddy. And then I'll suck less on the next run. And that's a promise I'll specifically make to you, me, and myself. And Irene. Oh, wow, you sure are bad at this. I wish I hadn't put all my trust in you. Back again so soon. Yeah, quit rubbing it in. Please forget I said anything. I'm sure it's all very challenging. Yeah, it is. It's hard. It's not my fault. I was curious because this is something I Oh, there you can. I wonder how this would control with mouse. I kind of accidentally just touched the mouse. It honestly feels really slow. I guess you can probably turn up mouse sensitivity, but I can do it so fast with a controller, and with a mouse, it kind of feels like notably slower. Yeah, there's a delay there for sure, and I think you would probably just be able to adjust that in the settings. What I was trying to check is whether or not this game had achievements. It does not. It's also in early access, so maybe that's something that's coming. In a game like Isaac that has like 600 plus achievements, I kind of really enjoy that aspect of roguelikes. It just kind of is a nice, fun way to feel like you're measuring your progress, even when you're playing a game where you're just infinitely doing loops rather than working your way like start to finish. So I like achievements. I know it doesn't matter to a lot of people. If it matters to you, whether or not that's like a make or break aspect, yeah, this game currently does not. I could not tell you whether or not it's a planned thing. Wait, do I still have my cape? Like, I clearly have a cape. Maybe that was always a part of the character, and that wasn't something that got added to me upon pickup specifically the way I thought. I do like that you can see your percent multipliers of all your different things that you can collect. I must have always had a cape. I must be so stupid for missing that before, because I specifically don't have any items in the bottom left anymore. Like, the game is no longer telling me what I have collected, and so I'm guessing the cape wasn't some sort of permanent upgrade. Well, I guess I'm still getting used to how much one tap of the button actually moves you. That moved me slightly more than I expected, and that was very stupid damage. Tap, tap, tap. It kind of, the controller kind of springs back a little bit. That's my controller doing that. I don't like losing runs for my own stupidity. I would rather the game bested me in a way where I'm like, well, yeah, that was tough. I gave it my all. I did a good job, as good as I was capable of. Oh, there's two different kinds of crawly things. The kind that hides and then sprints at you, and the other ones that just like shoot projectiles. That was like my misunderstanding before. I did not realize there was two different kinds. I have to make an offering because I want the upgrades and I want the fun new items. An Ember Pearl, rare, summons orbiting fireballs around the player upon defeating an enemy. And extra damage, right? That's like, maybe each orb is extra damage. That might make more sense rather than just a permanent thing. But that sounds fun, wacky, fun, exciting new types of upgrades rather than just something as simple as like, oh look, you do more damage now. Those are them. I dislike these hiding ones a lot. But now I know. At least now I know to keep more of a careful eye out for that. Oh, there's the eye. As soon as I'm saying I should keep an eye out, I almost missed that was there, and probably would have missed it if the elevator door didn't open a second later. Oh, point blank, just like that. I didn't even really get a chance to learn what these enemies' deal is. I just started opening fire. It's always a fun aspect, a little bit of new roguelikes, is learning the limits, learning the different enemy types, what their dealio is. Oh, a full heart. Phew. I kind of assumed that it was only going to be a fraction of a heart. Didn't think the game would be that kind to me. There's like a weird feeling when you enter a level that you're like, oh, it's safe. I don't have to worry about anything before the actual enemies spawn in. A prison key, a weirdly shaped key. Someone in the station might be looking for it. Oh, cool. I love little things like that, like hunting for the coffins in Spelunky. I think Undermine had a bit of that as well. Like just, I walked straight across those spikes. I'm an idiot. That's what I'm saying. It feels like the level is safe when you first enter things, and I'm not immediately prepared to get just gooned by random traps and enemies, especially when there's like oh cool, there's like an item room off to the side. I'll just run right over there without thinking about it at all. No risk or anything. I want to find that prisoner now. I want to unlock that. Ah, see, here's a different one. This one costs health this time. I suppose I'll try to heal half a health and spend one. A book. Book of Ammunition increases bullet range. Oh, that actually has been a noticeable like hang up so far. Like if an enemy is on the other side of a little spike trap, my bullets barely go the distance of the spike pit, and that's like partially why I walked right into that the one time early on, is that I was very much trying to push that a little bit. I don't see how these ones are different than the red ones. They seemed very much the same to me. Shop back at the shop. Probably can't afford anything. Additional protection and get extra shields at the start of each area. Shield 1. Blessed. 10% damage multiplier. I want a damage multiplier. The shield, you know, it depends what we're calling an area. I'm guessing it's not each floor. When I think about it, it's probably not each floor. 1 permanent health traded for 1 temporary health. That might be stupid, but extra damage I'm hoping, you know, becomes worthwhile. Wait, good to learn from a distance precisely how these little stumps attack. Didn't have to do anything too risky to learn that. Caution is the name of the game. I'm down to so little health. Oh, nuts. I guess now would be the time to use my healing goop. Oh, good. I was curious. I was curious if you could accidentally waste some of it, you know, because I didn't quite have 2 full bars. 2 full bars are needed for a full heart. So if you hold it all the way down and the game recognizes, you don't quite have enough for the next half heart, it like cut it off for me. And if I try to hold it down now, it does nothing. So you can't accidentally waste your fuel, whatever we're going to call it. Denial, all-seeing guardian of ignorance. Well, I dig this boss design a lot. And I'm going to be really glad to have the range. Oh, God. What do I do? Dash through to the other side there. There we go. That's precisely what the dash was made for. Oh, what am I doing? I'm spamming the shoot button like a fool. I can just hold it. I've been hitting it individually for every individual attack I've done. I've been playing Diablo 1 recently in my free time. Just revisiting a classic, you know. Oh, that was me. I just ran straight into it. I timed my dash really poorly. And annoyingly in that game, you have to click for every hit you take. I mean, the game's over 20 years old. It's not going to have all the quality of life features. Damn it. Well, that felt like an early death again. Well, I made it to the top of the floor. I got one more boss battle in me, though. I can push it. I can do it. Oh. Okay, so there's like a little dialogue thing in the corner, so it occurred to me like, oh, okay, there's someone I gotta go talk to. I was not expecting this. Oh, this would be the prisoner. Or you know, someone who guards the prisoners. I thought the key would be something I needed to use within the level. Apparently it's like an in-between level thing. Let me guess, you want something? If it is help you are after, you won't find it here. But I might be willing to barter. Prove yourself more than a pest and return the keys those godforsaken monsters in the tower have stolen from me. Do that, and I might have something for you. Big bullet from the imprisoned. I, so far, only have the one key. Not going to be able to unlock anything there. Looks like this guy maybe wants to have a word as well. Have you faced denial yet? Fortunately, it is but one of many monstrosities that await you in the tower. Watch for patterns. Maybe that will help. I'm going to go ahead and guess that denial, grief, anger, like the bad parts of grief. The 5 stages of grief, but one of them is acceptance. I guess one of the bosses could be acceptance. But it's very clear from that cutscene that, you know, the concept of the metro and everything is supposed to be very an emotional journey. So I would guess that a lot of the bosses are kind of introspective in that way. I think that just like feels right. Alright, let's try and not waste our health. Make it to floor 5 with 4 hearts, or at least an amount that I will feel a little bit more comfortable spending some health on. Oh, they wake up. Open their eyes. Can I break that lantern or anything? I can't even tell if I missed it. Nada. I want to be able to tribute too, although I did get a rare item with a singular heart tribute. And I don't think I can tribute twice. 2 separate 1 heart tributes? Maybe I should try that. Just to see, because, you know, maybe you can get some cool stuff that way. Or is that, I don't know, oh, I tried to pick up a maggot. I just saw him on the floor there, thought, yippee, that's a good thing that I want. Oh, so those damage up multipliers can just drop. I don't have to buy it from the store. Please drop a heart or something. I'm sick of taking bad, dumb damage. It's not going great. Oh, the blue ones, I think, have 3. Whereas the red guy, I think, only shot 2. They must have been a little too like tightly knit together before for me to notice fully how many projectiles were being shot. I feel like I should spend 2. 2 at once. 2 at once. I'm spending 2 regardless. Because I don't know if I can spend 2 separate times. We're doing 2, locking it in, and I got a bandana? That's literally what it's called. Each kill increases your damage for that room only by 5%. A little doodad I found on the room raised my damage by that much. Things like that can be neat, and it can add up really quickly and become crazy. But you know, there's only like 3, well here literally 4, enemies in a room at a time. It's not huge amounts. Ah, God. Ah, God. I can't believe it. I can't believe how bad I am at this, apparently. You know, things like that just aren't very useful in a boss battle. Ugh. I just might not be that good at this. Maybe I would... You know what? I'm doing one mouse. I'm doing one mouse run. I played games like Isaac with a mouse and keyboard. No, I don't. Keyboard and keyboard. I just specifically don't use a controller for it, so maybe this will be more comfortable to me. There was no option to adjust mouse sensitivity. I guess maybe that can be affected by adjusting that in my own controller, my own computer. I just learned I can sit on the bench, and I thought that was kind of funny. I did like the feel of the jumping and dashing when I got used to it on the controller, so it might be a little difficult to get used to here, but I kind of assume that'll be balanced out by the fact that I'll have a much stronger feeling of control over my aim. Oh God, I was not prepared for that. Feels a lot like the Isaac maggots, actually, that race across the screen in that very similar way. Dang it. I just want to go like one floor without taking damage. That's something I seemingly so far have not proven myself capable of doing. Realized at the last possible second that I was standing on a spike trap. It was too late. The room had started and the damage was dealt. I got some damage though, speaking of a bit of extra damage. You can, I have it set right now that either up or space is jump, and I kind of like that the game has that baked in, that you can have two things set as jump like that. Come on, Graeme. You are, I don't know what the word Revita means, but I'm certainly not it. I am no Revita. That's a title to be earned. I threw it away. Oh, I don't even have the health to give to, and I don't think I have enough focus to heal up. Jeez Louise. Sometimes your first run of a roguelike is filled with beginner's luck, and you just crush things, and it's just one success after another, and then other times you're just a goofy dumbass who gets punked by every enemy they encounter. And today I'm getting punked. I didn't even realize that was a thing. The something necklace. I like when there's a way to like review. Oh, that was like a type of prisoner key for the overworld. I think. I do like when you can kind of review your items in more detail. I better apply some focus so that hopefully I can survive getting shot by one bullet if it comes down to it. I would like to avoid that being necessary. This is different than just a treasure room. Showing up. Was that just a TV in between? Look, friends, another lost soul. Are you here to rescue us? To save us from our fate? Yes. We are weak. I don't have any hearts to give, if that's what you're asking. This is all the tower has left us. Perhaps if you shared some of your HP, it will restore us. I wonder if this is a thing like the slot machine in Isaac, where you're supposed to contribute to it over time. Are you willing to part with 1 HP of yours in order to bring back this lost soul? Yeah. The risk, I mean, I'm not doing well anyways. Instead, I just want to see what happens in game. Thanks a bunch for the save. We are known as the Tinkerer. We usually take care of repairs around the station. Meet us there if you want to talk some more. You know, I've died a lot anyways. The least I could do is throw the Tinkerer a bone. Even if that bone is a chunk of my soul and something that will presumably dramatically affect my ability to live. Awesome. Just immediately rampaged. I would say the mouse and keyboard controls feel fine. It's a viable option for playing the game. The dash is a little. It was fine. I would say it's good. You could easily get accustomed to either control scheme. So if anyone's specifically concerned about whether or not you feel like you need a controller to play this game, I will say you don't. It probably is the tiniest bit more natural feeling on the controller, but not required. Work, work, work. Good to see you again, kiddo. Do you mind talking while we work? Gotta stay productive. Before that whole mess at the tower, we used to repair all kinds of stuff around here. Now that we're back, we have to make up for lost time. If you have any projects that need doing, we've got you covered. For a price, of course. Expansions. Here's where I can finally use these coin things. A chain meter. Defeat enemies quickly to gain more souls. Are these things I would take with me or things I can uncover while playing? A soul torch. They will now spawn in this area in this area's offering room, giving you souls when shot. Oh. Okay. So it's just something that I can break open within the Grazing Grove during a run and gain more souls, which I guess would help me heal more often, right? That's what that would be useful for. Withered benches, a bunch of benches you can sit on, though they do look quite old and run down. No, not certain what that would be for. Hanging lanterns, old lanterns illuminating the hall of the station, and benches at the other entrances as well. But maybe once you pay for those, you can start unlocking further things like whatever the fifth option is there. So obviously, I guess I can do both of these. So I'll do the chain meter first, and the soul torch. I would then have a few different ways to really rake in some souls there. Hopefully that would, help keep me alive a little bit more. Did you see that? The slumbering tree. It's blossoming? I don't know what you're doing, but whatever it is, keep doing it. Could I trouble you to check in on the tree from time to time? I'll even reward you whenever a flower blooms. Rewards can be a bit random in this place, but I'm sure you'll put them to whatever use you can. Revitalized. Oh, I saw this in the bottom left of the screen on my most recent death. Die and return to the station 5 times. I did that in like half an hour. That's brutal. It had a little thing in the bottom corner. It said secret unlocked, and then it skipped ahead, and it was like too late for me to see what was going on. The reward is hot chocolate. Look, child, another flower. Aren't they lovely? And for you, a gift. Ah, prison key. Raking those all together. Hot chocolate can now be unlocked by the imprisoned. So it's not immediately available. It's something that I now have to go to the imprisoned, and I have this to spend. I'm trying to get a better inspection. I'm not really seeing flowers up there, I want to go take a peek on this guy, see what he has to say. Tiny pest, bring me keys. Well, not if you're going to be so rude about it. Jeez. The lapis necklace. Okay, so that's cool. By finding that key down below, added a new thing that I could unlock up top here. So I don't really get to know what it is even. Any of these. The big bullet I can kind of guess. The hot chocolate is written in a different color too, which who knows what that indicates. But I'm immediately starting to see the different ways that you can chain some of this stuff together, some of the roguelite elements that would, make the... You know what? I'm doing it. One more run. I was going to wrap it up there, but I've put in the money. I feel invested, and I wanna strike out and try to spend some of that, because that's just an embarrassing place to leave this. Whatever, I'm only doing this as a one-off. I unfortunately don't have time to do big full series right now, focusing on some other games at the moment, and so why not make it count? Why not make it one big episode, show as much as I can. Plus I'm enjoying myself. I think that even though I'm doing poorly, I'm standing on spikes. I hate this game. I take it all back. I think, oh my god, okay, I do think the placement of the dash on the space bar is a little tricky, and literally just for the dashing, I'm gonna switch back to the controller. I feel like now all of a sudden I have to get a little bit used to this again, but oh, that was just, I had the dash queued up, and the having to do with the pinky on the side of the keyboard, it just didn't feel quite right. I couldn't quite pull it off. And so I think the controller is my preferred. I will say, I do still believe either one is a possibility. I thought I saw a little something flashing on the ground that had me concerned. Hopefully, you know, I have that new soul torch. I can use that to gain back even just a little bit of health. I kind of just open up on floors shooting now, and I gotta remind myself that I can just hold down the button. Spamming it over and over. That's a fool's errand. That's some rookie business. Please tell me I can crack open this soul thing and through that heal myself up. Yes, I can at least give myself a half heart. And with that, I feel the tiny... Ooh, no. Give myself a full... No, not quite. Okay, but anyways, I do have enough confidence to spend a heart. Probably would have done it anyways. Poisoned apple, rare. Poison deals more damage and your bullets have a chance to poison enemies. Okay, damage plus 50, duration 2.5. Considering, you know, individual fights with enemies are not long lasting, that seems significant. 2 whole seconds of being poisoned, they'd probably be dead before that really takes a strong effect. There you can see the poison kick in. I jumped instead of dashed. I'm still bad. Still suck at this. Suck at everything. That guy might be like poison immune or something. I don't think I managed to poison that one enemy. That'd be interesting if there's more enemy specifics like that. You just all just stay away. I don't like it. I'm a scaredy boy. The spikes I hate. They're hard to see, and I just start running around and I don't even notice they're there, and I obviously was going to get spiked. Increased damage when low HP. I would love that if I had the money. I don't. I have a multiplier in the top right, and I don't know specifically what that is. Because like my damage gets calculated there, plus 5%, 1.2. I don't entirely understand what that is or could be calculating. I'm just gonna fight cheat from down below where it feels safe. Oh yeah, I do have a key. I don't have hearts, so I hope it's not the type of chest that needs... Can I fudge this? Can I just like shoot it open? I can. But I broke it. Oh, but did I get souls from it that I can then use to focus and heal up a little bit? That might have been... you might get something from breaking the chest there. That might have a specific trade-off there that makes it worth visiting. I'm doing a below ground spike inspection here. Oh god, my wall jumping skills don't exist, I guess. I felt real comfortable with it not that long ago. I had no faith in my ability to wall jump with the keyboard. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. I see no spikes. Nope, there's some at the far end there. I realize there's like that little bit of red that's indicating that they're there. And I just, in some ways, feel like it's not enough. Do you know what is interesting with the mouse? Is that when you jump, the cursor stays where it was on screen really specifically. And when you jump with this, it stays relative to you. It maintains that angle rather than staying pointing down on the screen where it was. I can show that. I'll switch to mouse and I jump. So in that way, if there was something I was trying to shoot down there and I jump, I stay shooting at it. That makes it a little bit trickier jumping around trying to shoot specific things. I also am noticing now like the kickback when you're airborne, that you kind of shoot yourself around the screen a little bit. I gotta be careful with that. As if I didn't have enough different ways to kill myself and hurt myself. That's bound to be an issue. Oh god, I didn't quite land enough hits on this guy. And then I missed like 9 more times. Regular prison key. You know, it says it's rare, but Great Sword can now be unlocked. It says it's rare, but I just keep finding them. Are there secret rooms? If there were, that's where I would stick one, you know? So I figured I would try it out. There was nothing on the wall indicating that that would be the case. New boss. Can I shoot your guys' orbs for some souls or something? Dang it. Come on, last chance to clear the grazing grove. It's denial again. I was in denial that that's who I would have to face. Oh man, last time I had, you know, that triple shot thing, or the 5-time shot, and that was seemingly huge. That should have been a game changer. Oh, do you know what I like? Is that on its first time when it dips down on the screen like that, it didn't... Oh, having poison against a boss is going to be huge, though. It doesn't actually shoot out the little Orbeez. It only does that on some of them, and specifically not on the first one, I think kind of to give you a chance to familiarize yourself with the boss. But now I'm seeing it's every other. Oh god. Second stage, the poison's making a big difference, actually. I'm pretty stoked to have that. That was right on the cusp. Alright, they're ducking down much more aggressively. I think they're going to start chucking out orbs every duck down rather than every other. I don't want to jinx anything. My hand is sweaty, so I'll remain silent and comment on nothing. It's usually when I start acting confident that things go awry. Oh, okay, keep a move on, because more is coming, more is happening. Those little dewdrops off the roof apparently are not a concern. I was worried they were going to be a problem. Oh, that poison! He's still poisoned up top there. Oh, yes! Thank goodness. Took a few runs. Took a few more than I was hoping. Denial obliterated. I now deny nothing. Prison key. The gun boot can now be unlocked. I got some protection, damage multiplier, and keys. And my bar in the top right there is filling up. I just don't really know what that means. It's totally uncertain to me. Floor 13. I'm curious what an in-between floor would be. Oh, I get back on the metro again. Can I choose to instead go back to like the starting area or something and maybe like cash out, you know, rather than gambling any further? The metro, secret uncovered. Oh, hi. Take a seat next to you. That's kind of spooky. I'm guessing I'm dead. I'm riding with other dead people, but the forest, that makes me think of that overworld area, the metro area that I was at before, you know, where I saw the trees, and I just thought it looked pretty. Did I unlock something there? Hey kid, I'm the blacksmith. Nice to meet you. If you have any relics that need upgrading, I'm your guy. For a price. Ooh, okay, the relics are the things you collect along the way. Poison deals more damage. Cost 1 heart. Show me the upgrade. Extra damage. No extra duration. You know what? I beat the first boss. Why not? Wait, it didn't actually cost me... Oh, it cost me max health. Okay. That's fun. That's a really exciting, like, in-between thing to help you really add more potential to your individual runs. The fungated funnels, like fungus? Or are they the gateway to fun? Or do they gate you from fun? We have fun gate going on here. No fun allowed. I'm curious if it's the same amount of floors. Yep, and there's an offering point at the same stop along the way here. Presumably I have to learn, like, almost entirely new enemy types. I just dashed through everything in a panic there. I can't seem to poison these guys. He did poison. Poison's just not guaranteed, I guess. Extra damage. I'm not so good at the defense, so maybe if I improve my offense, I'll have better odds. In general, oh god. As long as I don't run straight into things. Hey, if these tunnels don't have poison everywhere. That would also just be great for me. These guys seem to die in a little explosion of orbs, so I was trying to avoid that. I couldn't tell, actually, Crystal Rose, if that was from them dying or if that was their attack. This is going okay. I won't have the soul torches in this area's offering room because it's specifically a thing you unlock per area. So that's something to keep in mind. I won't have that to bank on. I'm guessing I have to avoid that little poison cloud. That's like the trap type instead of spikes in this area. Here's something I haven't tested. Yeah, they turned off. That's totally something you have to worry about. You can drop down through there. It's just down and a jump. That's good for just being aware of my maneuverability potential. I'm doing it. Why not? Risk it. Made it further than I ever thought I would. Your bullets have a chance to electrify enemies. Lace that together with the poison, and I should really start messing some things up. That's what I want. I want to be a threat. Do I risk it? Do I make an offering here? Do I try to shoot the crows? Hey, this statue's a little different, I think. Maybe? I'm doing it. Whatever. Moldy cheese. Bullets stay on screen for a little longer after they die? So, there's like a decay thing. That's totally what I was expecting, which is cool because that means enemies can like run into your hanging bullet. Between that, poison, and electric, I have so many bullet mods in effect right now, and I think that's so cool. You can see I was like electrifying those guys there. I think they walked into my bullets a little bit. Oh boy. This is where things are going to start coming together. Max health up. That's rare. But is it kind of in limbo? Do I have to find a second one of those? Or do you know what? It's a half heart container. It's not filled in, and you can see there's like a little pool of health that goes halfway up it there. So that would be my assumption, my understanding of how that's meant to work. Now I'm finding my groove. Thank you to anyone who made it this far into the video and, witnessed a little bit of successes rather than just the straight failures early on. That makes me feel the tiniest bit more like I'm a gamer. I'm really near... Oh, there might be more floors to this level, actually, because the wheel of levels was kind of moving around. Like, the offering area was further back rather than remaining where it was on the wheel, if that makes sense. Because it used to be basically, at noon straight up, and now it's like the things are dialing around. See, it's getting pushed further back. Maybe it did that on the last one too. I might be crazy. Oh god, starting right on top of them. It's a bad place to be. Oh god, they summoned so many enemies. I just got rained enemies on me all at once there. That was 99 souls. Dang. Lost once more. The second I started feeling confident in my abilities there. I'm glad I got to show a little bit more of the game off at least. So I have a few things to check on. Tiny Pest, bring me keys. Yeah. I got keys for you. We unlocked a bunch of stuff. The Great Sword sounds like it would be wild because I'm guessing, it would be a melee weapon, which sounds like it would be very difficult in a game like this. But if I venture out to the sides, where there's some forest-related stuff going on, oh, how could I possibly be wrong about that? Unless I unlocked the opportunity, the potential to do something with the forest. Maybe that's all I did. The imprisoned wakes. Be careful around that one, child. I did that forever ago. You're behind the times, old man. I fear those chains won't protect us forever. Quick pet. Look, child, another flower. Aren't they lovely? And for you, a gift. Yo, hook me up with keys. A cute doll. I wonder what that new flower was for. And Tinkerer. Oh, are those new blueprints you have? Neat. Oh, for the next area, presumably. Oh, observatory room. that might add an entirely new room. And it might still be for the first area. I'd be very curious. I'm doing it. I want to know what that's all about. Where is that? Is that something I can now find when going on runs? I think that's got to be what the expansions specifically mean. How do I get up there? Come on. How's the tree doing? Yeah, that's okay. That is what I wanted to ask you about, because he was claiming other things. The forest dweller. Beat the gazing grove. Reward the cute dolls. That was all I unlocked. It wasn't anything crazy or connected to the forest outside in this area the way I thought and hoped it would be. What do you want, insufferable child? And he added the cute doll. Well, now I only have the 5. The big bullet, we can guess what that is, right? Let's find out what the lapis necklace is. You've unlocked this. It can now appear in... Right, okay, so it doesn't really tell you. You don't really specifically get to learn what it is until you find it. Oh, no, that's not true. It looks like I get to start the next run with it. But there's no way to inspect what it does. That kind of drives me like a little bit crazy. I would really, really want to inspect the items more closely, at least when I'm holding them, if there's not like a dedicated part of the game where you can inspect all your items. Well, there you have it, guys. I'm doing it as a one-off, like I said, because I am quite busy right now, but I still was happy to do so. I think the game has a lot of potential. I like the roguelike elements. The pace is not as neck-breaking as like Scourgebringer is, but that game was a bit too much for me. I was, if you can believe it, worse at that game. So I really dig the pace this has going on, the atmosphere, and it's less wild and crazy as like Neon Abyss. It falls in a nice in-between. That's maybe a little bit more precise than those. It's hard to explain, but the game feel is generally nice. I'm liking all the different progression mechanics and unlocks and things. Worth checking out. In early access now, link down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again. See you.